Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. Yes, that's what we're playing, Transport Fever 2. In this episode we're going to start making use of this amazing bridge. We're going to sort out all of these road vehicles that need replacing. And we're probably going to start looking into a little bit of shipping. So as we have a look here, I'll show you now. I've made a few tweaks to our grain line in between episodes, and that's making us a lot of money. But all of our lines in general are doing really well. Maybe some of these local distribution lines aren't doing that well, but there's no line here that's not making money. So I'm quite happy. Look at that grain line. Look at that. And look at this money over here. Man, it's going to be awesome. Okay, the first thing I want to do... Oh, I'll quickly show you what I did in between episodes. So I have... I've basically extended our grain line to the other farm over here. The Jakarta farm. Okay. Because I kind of realized that these guys are maxed out in terms of... This one I was maxed out in terms of production. And if we want this guy to keep growing, we need to offer him a little bit more. So we are now slowly creeping up in terms of what we're actually getting done here. But yeah, we're still nowhere close to providing the kind of full-on capacity here. But we're making money. And it's a lot more in the town. My goodness, accumulated fortune of 10 million without debt. Oh, great stuff, great stuff. I'm still a little... The notification system here is still a little bit wonky. I'm not too crazy about it. But as you can see, we're providing a good amount of food here. We're almost fulfilling the entire demand of this city in terms of food. So we really need to start looking at some of the other elements as well. And we're not doing too badly in terms of emissions. So yes, definitely, very good. Okay, let's quickly move on to our new line. Okay, so we've got our new line here from Sapporo to Tianjin over here, Tianjin. And I'm thinking it's about time somewhere over here for maybe a new depot. So let's squeeze in a depot over here. Let's grab a depot. We're gonna squeeze it in. I had a tip that says if I hold in shift, it's a small... Oh, yes, it's a smaller turn. Nice. Oh, a smaller rotation that it does. Okay. So I'm going to do it a little something like that. Squeeze it in right over there. We're going to have to grab some tracks. And we're going to connect that up over there. And we're going to connect it up. Something like that. Excellent. So this depot is now well and truly connected over here. I believe we have a line over here for Saptien. Okay, so it's just a line that's going to run till there. We're not going to connect them just yet. So what I want to do is I want to first see how this works and whether we can set something up, and then we'll see about connecting them all together. Now we've got quite a number of new locomotives here, some that can go a fair bit quicker. Look at that guy, 64 kilometers an hour, which is really quite good compared to our current 30 kilometers an hour. So I definitely want to move up to at least around the 50 kilometer an hour mark. So that will be the first one that we consider. We could do that one. What is this guy? Russian class F fairly 45 kilometers an hour only. Oh, this is definitely, I think, something for steep climbs. Yeah, okay. So this is the most characteristic feature of the steam locomotive is its symmetry. It is ideal for complex route profiles with tight curves and steep climbs. Okay, that's quite interesting. And then this guy over here is the Snovnoy. Became the first main locomotive of the Russian railway fleet between 1890 and 1915. More than 9,000 units were produced in 12 factories. Wow, that's amazing. They're pretty strong, these guys. Pretty strong. Tractive effort, not so much though. But we don't need a lot of tractive effort. I think locomotives of this series were built in Kolomna on the basis of Brozig locomotive. Later models were equipped with when the revolutionary Westinghouse brakes. I think the tractive effort is not something that we need. Ooh, emissions is a thing in here that we can look at as well. So I think actually this guy over here, or actually even this guy, yeah, we don't need massive tractive effort, and 64 kilometers an hour is going to be, or it's going to effectively be 60 kilometers an hour. So let's do that. Let's give this a nice kind of bluish color. That's a little weird. Let's go with the orange. It's a little, okay, the orange over there. And now we need some passenger wagons. So this one can go up to 60. That one could go up to 80. But not that the, oh well, actually then we'll get this full 64 over there. These are just, and they take a little bit more. They load quick, kind of load the same. This is a little lighter. This one can basically run a little bit longer. Not sure we should go for that one. That might be a little bit more expensive. Let's go with these guys. They take a 11. Is that what we're currently running, or is this a new version? Let's try this one. Let's go for the newest stuff. So let's go and say, let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 11 gives us a poor rating. I'm just having a look over here. So 11 gives us a poor rating. So the question is this about the right number? That's 14, so that would be, and what does this cost? Now, wow, that's way too expensive. We're going to trim back at least a little bit on this. Okay, so how many do we have now? 2, 4, 6, 7, and we take about 100 passengers over there. So I think that's going to be the right number for us to go with. So we're going to purchase one of these for like a lot of money. Purchase it there, thank you very much. And then we will assign you to our new line Tycoon over here. And we are going to grab you and rename you as, and based on the color scheme, you're going to be called Lightning. I'm probably got caps lock on, yeah. Lightning. There we go, Lightning. And Lightning should be going crazy fast. Let's see. 54, 55 kilometers an hour. Let's have a quick look as it crosses the rail bridge over here. Get ourselves into position for a nice angle, and we'll grab a little snapshot right there. It is beautiful. Hopefully people would love riding on it. Are we seeing some people interested in that line? Not quite yet. It might take a little bit of a while to get there. We've got some people interested on this side, okay. So we'll let that run a little bit while we build up a little bit more cash. Just keep an eye on this, see if we get at least 1 or 2 passengers on here. Come on guys, give us a passenger or 2. Nothing whatsoever, huh? Gonna go back empty. Not good. At least wanted like 1 person on there, man. On the kind of maiden voyage. Not going to happen though. On this side it seems like there's plenty of people interested in taking a ride, so that should be pretty good. Okay, what I wanted to start doing was actually looking at producing steel. Is steel a requirement of any of our towns? It is not. But steel is a requirement in terms of producing goods over here though. So that, oh actually, or what are these guys? We don't need, oh, it's also over here. So the steel will be have to fed to Sapporo, you know, through all of these things, make our way to Sapporo. And we're also a little tight on the lumber. We'll have to get lumber here to get that up and running. So that could be a pretty challenging one. And this side, however, we've got this over here, and we've got that one right over here. So I don't know how I should be linking these things up. I mean, some of this looks like maybe a road, but that I'm pretty keen on doing a nice little boat across here. I might actually build the infrastructure over here to see how that would look. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a cargo harbor. Actually, we're not going to move passengers, are we? Unless we move, they're not going to get through there. That's not navigable. Unless we, yeah, this would have been an interesting one to run passengers up and down like that. That could have been quite cool. But we're not going to run passengers right now. We are going to look into this setup over here. So something a little bit like that is, I'm assuming, what we're going to do. It's pretty pricey, well, compared to some of the other things. So that's in place. Now let's quickly at least link that up via road. So we're just going to run it up to there. So now if we look at this guy, we are actually going to be able to have that happen. What we'll do over here though is we'll have to run, how are we going to get them here? Can we actually get this close enough? So let me run another piece of road over here. And I want to get it as close as possible. Okay, so let's see. If we do that, that seems pretty far. If we just do this is going to be about the straightest run that we can do right over there. And hopefully that, but what we could do is if we run, oh man, that's the stuff. We're going to run this and then we're going to run it straight up. Oh, it's actually... even that seems to be connected over there. Okay, so let's see. If we do a little something like that and we do our other side over here. So we'll plop it in there, but we'll have to maneuver that a little closer. So if we grab our roadway and we link it up as quickly as we can. Okay, so if we do something like that, oh man, it is connected. Yeah. Oh, actually, I wanted to do this road vehicle stuff. Okay, let's before we continue this, I'm keen on doing this, but we'll have to do both, and then we'll have to move it out here. Is there anything else that needs steel? This needs steel and plastic at the same time. It can't. There's nothing that just uses steel, is there? No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Nothing that just uses steel. Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute. Let's quickly have a look at this guy, and then we definitely need to do those things. Oh, that's 400k right over there. It's about 33 people on this one. Let's see if we are starting to see a few passengers wanting to head in the other direction. We are indeed. We do need to upgrade these trains as well. They are pretty slow these days. Compared to our new Lightning model over here. Okay, let's quickly have a look at our vehicle list. Let's pause the game for 1 second and we'll look at our vehicle list. Somewhere we need to be able to find, it's probably vehicle statistics over here. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Can we expand this a little bit? Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here that's very bad, huh? Very good over that one's very good at emissions. Okay, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. Okay, let's quickly arrange by age. Wow, I think these guys need to be replaced. But okay, first things first, we need the Tian local lines. Okay, so let's pop in there. We'll configure vehicles. We'll say all of these guys. We want to replace the selected vehicles. And are we still doing the droshky? Oh, no, the droshky is something different. We can add an extra person to it. Okay, so let's replace all of them. Thank you very much. And they are all replaced. Good stuff. This is, I like the new statistics thing. So these aren't, what are these? These are troikas. Ah, I see. So the droshkis are better. So let's configure these vehicles. We are going to select all of them. And we are going to replace them with the droshkis as well. Replace for 300. Perfect. We'll do that. All of them are replaced now. Nice. Now we can see, but logs and planks is something that I think we should kind of maybe move to rails. So I'm not going to replace them right now. What else do we have? Logs over here. Harb local. 17 years. That's still okay, I think. Harb local is still okay. I'm not going to replace them. They are still pretty good for trains. All of those are now fairly new. So it's all of these tool line guys that we need to have a look at. But also the other thing we need to do is potentially look at this one. But if we want both of them replaced, we will replace both of them in a minute. Well, as soon as I want to get us up to around 15 million, which it seems we get pretty quickly these days. And then I'll quickly replace both of these with some of our new lightning varieties over here so that we can have a much quicker turnaround. This guy is on fire. Look at that. So that's double the speed that we're doing on this line over here. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What's happening over here? Yeah, we're not quite maintaining the throughput here, but we are still making tons of cash. So if we look at this, we're definitely still making tons of cash. Then that one is going, and then Harb Food, and then the Subtian line is also starting to feature over here, but obviously it's not very frequent, and so its pass-through rate's not that much. But these guys, as soon as we upgrade this, we should do much better. How many people do we find typically waiting here? It's now up to 80 or so, so I can imagine there's a lot of people wanting to transfer all the way through to Sapporo, so we are going to make some good cash over there. We have new vehicles over here, so let's quickly have a look at how they look. It's these guys, right? Yeah, this is mine. Pause the game so I can quickly have a quick look at that. Oh, look at that. It can take... I don't quite get where it's going to take 4 people, but it seems to be able to. It's only got 2 people in there, and it really doesn't look like it can take 4. Maybe on a squeeze, but anyway. Continue going, guys. Continue going. I need a little bit more cash before we upgrade those trains. How much food are we picking up? We're not picking up a full load of food yet, so we've already got 3 trains running on this grain line over here. So, but we're almost not even touching this production. We're practically only doing this. This one is full. We're kind of drawing that one, fully drawing out on that one, and then it kind of just tops it off over here. Not necessarily the most efficient arrangement, but what can you do? What can you do? How's our actual income looking at the moment? 1.5. That was obviously when we were spending a lot of money on a train, I think. I think that's what it was, a vehicle. And then we purchased a few other road vehicles and things over there, which is fine. Water. Ah, we've got those two ports over there. That is that's costing us a bit of money at the moment, which is not the end of the world, but nonetheless. Okay, these guys need to be replaced. I believe they are older than they should be, and we also need a little bit more capacity and a lot more speed. So we're going to replace retire Red Thunder and Red Devil, but we still not quite there yet, because it's going to cost us about 6 million or so per vehicle. Let's quickly have a look at what it is going to cost us for that matter. So let's quickly over here. We're going to go with we could do something a little cheaper though, but maybe not. This Russian class PV is what I'm after. I'm going to go back into red there, so we'll grab that, and then we'll say, well, let's get ourselves these guys, and we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the mix. So that is just about not going to cut it. And if we want to do both of them, how is that working out for us? Not quite right. Okay, not this one, that one. Nice. Get back to red, add it to the mixed over here, and then go down, get these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10,900,000. We can actually do it now. So let's do that. There they go. Replaced immediately. So actually now these guys should speed up a lot. And it's even got the passengers in there. This replacement, I know it's not quite realistic, but the way this replacement works seems to be much better than in the previous Transport Fever, where they had to go. No, actually replacement was still happening at the station. Now I recall. Was happening at the station. Now it's mid-journey, which is also quite cool. Much quicker now, so hopefully we'll move more and more passengers. What's happening over here? Harptian line has got a lot of people waiting, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's see if our new trains come here. So they should start earning us big money now. Obviously in a little bit of trouble with the cash. Excellent. Fill it up, buddies. Yeah. Might already be too small, but we may be able to just lengthen them a little bit if we so choose. Over here, this one is filled up. My goodness. It's going to be a full load. I'm very keen to see what that's going to bring in if that arrives on this side over here. And over here, oops, how much are we doing? How much are we doing here? That's not quite a full load over there, but a lot of people still. This line is doing also going to do well for us. 50 out of a 98. Where's this train? Yeah, here it comes. Just the pass-by loop is still working over here because it's just the 2 trains. So that's working quite well. I just want to quickly pop in here to see how much we're going to make off of this guy. And I think then all of our older vehicles have now been replaced. How much is that going to bring us in? A full load of these guys? 900, so almost $1 million on that one. This is now just called, oh, this is the Red Devil. Oh, I like it. So they retain their names even though we've replaced them with newer varietals. Okay, now we're seeing a little bit of money coming in. Excellent. So let's quickly have a look. Our lines should be pretty good. Yeah, these lines are doing a decent job. The food line is not quite there yet, but we're not really getting enough people through. These passenger lines are doing quite well. And look at that one, up to 2 million now. So no, that's pretty awesome. We may have to double up on this one at some point, but I'm not going to do it just yet. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what we needed to get back to is this action over here. I wanted to get a shipping line in place, so I'm going to do that now, and then fully aware that we need to do some other things as well. So we'll plop this guy in there. We will give ourselves a new line between Harbin Exchange and Jakarta North. Okay, and this is going to be the coal line, is it? Coal ship. This is the coal ship, right? That's coal, right? It is in fact the coal mine. So we're going to do that. We're going to grab ourselves a vessel that can do a bit of coal for us, move a little bit of coal for us. So that one can do everything. This one can do coal. That one got 2 compartments and can do it. This is pretty good. This is passengers. That doesn't do that. So I think the Dunara Castle is what we're after. So let's purchase one of them at least. We'll grab one of them and we will put that to the coal ship, and we'll see how this one is going to go. Immediately we start to see the coal moving. How quickly is this? 25 kilometers an hour. So potentially a train around it here would be better, but anyway, it's looking good. It can take 100 passengers as well, but still just 25 kilometers an hour. Let's quickly have a look and see if there's anything that's kind of faster. Are we all, what is this? Do we see the speed? Oh, there's the speed, 28. So this one's at 28. Yeah, so we can't really go much quicker than that. So hopefully we'll see that operating quite well. Okay, we will need to start putting in some new stuff as over here too. So I'm kind of tempted to put in a rail line that's then going to run up in this direction. So let's get our station in place. Buildings. Oh, first ship has arrived. Excellent. Doing a fair bit, getting a fair bit of action now. How much have you loaded? A full load. I want to see what you make when you get here. And then let's get ourselves a bit of a cargo station over here. Let's do at least two of them, and I'm tempted to kind of I'm tempted to kind of squeeze it in here, but I'm gonna need to turn it a little bit like this. It's gonna go directly in there. There we go, cargo station over there. I'm gonna need a cargo station, probably a terminus line right over here. We'll see. I want to quickly see the arrival of the stuff. And that's 200 and something, huh? Couldn't actually see it, but 200 and something that came in there. Okay, let's get the other terminus station over here. Just going to go terminus. Is 2 lines required? Probably not. So let's just start with the 1. Let's not overdo it. And we're going to have to run it kind of... no, we will be able to run it a little bit more like that, right? I just want to aim it. Yeah, I think that's about the right aim that we're going to take right there. We'll do it just a little something like that. And now we just want to link these two together. Give me some tracks. Let's tie them up straight away and see how that works. Are we doing big? Yeah, probably not want to do that just yet. So let's do a few of these, a few straight sections, and then we'll do the turn. Yeah, that's good. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to need a depot, and then obviously we want to do a little drop off for all of this over here. And I'm wondering in what we can do it nice and alongside this, I think. So let's go again, buildings, this one, this time 2 tracks at least. And we'll kind of align it like that. Gonna try and get it, yes, something like that. So it's almost a perfect alignment there. Like so, squeeze it in. It's a little sunken in the ground, but it's okay. And then we will run some more track from the one side to the other. Potentially we'll run through here as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's make sure we run through there also. And that's about where I'm gonna put a cut in the video though. So we'll just finish off our line over here and then we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna squeeze that guy in there, nice, like so. And so this guy can feed in here and then over that way. Nice. Let's start linking them together. I don't necessarily believe we're going to need to run it straight away. Is that about the right thing to do? Yeah, I think that's about right. Let's do that. Feed that in there. Then let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's a bit too much. I'm going to try and save a little bit of cash. Exactly, just about like that is going to be good. But I'm also going to double track this guy. So we'll do a little basic double track section through the station over here, and then all the way up here as well. Double tracking is good if you're going to have complex things happening. So let's do a little something like that maybe. Perfect. We're going to need a few signals, so let's slot them in there. That's okay. We'll grab one there. We'll grab one over here, and we will grab another right down there. And then, of course, we're going to need a bit of a depot. Oh, the other thing that this is also good at is if we just extend the track that we have into there also. Nice. So at least that gives us a little bit of action. Oh, now there's a nice new steamer over there. Okay, so now we can use the same depot for all of this. So let's maybe set something up over here. We're gonna obviously want to run this one down here as well. So maybe even something over here that we can tie in is probably a good one. Let's do that. Let's get a depot right over here, and we'll kind of finish off the episode like that. So I'm kind of tempted to squeeze it in just like that. Oops, that's not what the key I'm looking for. Tracks instead. And what we'll do is we will tie one in that one, and we'll tie one in here. And we may have to reshuffle that a little bit later. Okay, perfect. So that's okay. Let's quickly see about linking that up. Getting a line in order. We need a couple of lines. So one of them is going to be the iron line. Excellent. That is going to be iron. And the other one we're going to want to do is we're going to want the steel line. And I'm tempted, but we'll check it later. This is going to be the steel line. Excellent. There we go. So we can probably throw in a quick vehicle or two in here. Actually, it's going to be numerous vehicles. So let's buy ourselves a vehicle. We want something with a little bit more tractive effort. So something like that, for instance, 120. What's the best tractive effort we have? That is about a decent amount. What were we using on here? That's like 20 tractive effort. So maybe like a 80 tractive effort. This one is probably about a good number for us. So let's go and make it a nice color for like an iron, or let's like an iron color, a little something like that. A little bit of a brownish color over there, and we want to make sure that this is going to collect with some gondolas. It's going to collect iron. So let's add a few to that. Still good. It's mediocre now. We just don't want to go beyond mediocre. But other than that, I'm happy that we really run it. There we go. I think that's what we're going to do. 140 capacity, and we're going to purchase that vehicle. Thank you very much. And this guy is going to the iron line. Let's quickly see that in action. It should be able to pop out here and run out. It should be pretty good. 20 kilometers at the moment, but that might be due to the terrain it's got coming out of, the curve it's coming into, and now it's going to run. Yeah, there it's speeding up immediately, but it's still empty at the moment, so should bear that in mind. Okay, so we're starting to see this this stuff going on. Ooh, we've got a truck. We'll let's look into that in the future. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, please hit that like button. I do really appreciate your support, and if you want me to continue this series or want to see something specific, is there something on this map, for instance, that you want to see us connect together, all these kind of things? What is the next step for us? What do you think the next step for us should be? And yes, leave your comments down below, but absolutely hit that like button, share this with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.